Emily Ferry.
Arlene Schofield.
My name is Shireen Snow.
My name is Carla A. Miles.
Diana Camuto.
This is Christine Dunford.
I'm me, Eden.
Caroline Macy. This is Walker Fannin.
Lydia Camille Dixon.
I'm Sarah Dates Warden.
My name is Linda Preston, and you're watching the Keith Andrew Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Keith Andrew Network. This is episode 442. I'm here with Ellyn Dawn Humphreys. I just want to say thank you for being the guest on my talk show.
Thank you for having me. It looks fun.
No, absolutely. Now, for people who want to know what my talk show is about, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into an example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities. But you should never give up. You should prove people wrong. Prove to them that labels don't dictate who you are and who you're going to be. And you should prove to them you can break the labels. So hashtag break the labels. So that being said, it's going to be a half hour, 32 minutes of your time. You can say anything you want. Curse if you want to. Freedom of speech, self-expressing. You can get up, walk around, show us your place. And starting off, what can you tell us about yourself?
Well, first I was born in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, and lived a little bit in Austin, Texas, and then I moved after I took my first junior college courses in acting. I decided just to make the move to New York City, so I did that. Lived there a couple of years and did theater a little bit, and then I moved back to Texas and then back to Los Angeles, California, where I've done a little bit of acting, and I'm trying to do more singing. I really like music a lot, so that's me. And then recently, you may have seen, I don't know, I just went public on Instagram. You may have seen some stuff about Tom Petty. He was texting me a lot and emailing me a lot and everything for a month or so. So, yeah, I don't know. I seem to get a lot of rock stars just seem they can talk to me easy or something. I don't know. But he was really cool. So, anyway.
I was going to say, didn't he pass away?
Yeah, he passed away, and they texted me the night right before he passed away. Well, the night before he had the heart attack on October 1st. So that was kind of a shocker. I looked at the news on Google and I was like, oh, it's a death hoax. It's got to be, denial. Right.
Yeah. He was great. I liked Tom Petty. I liked Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I can't remember. I hear the song in my head. I think it's, I was going to say Heaven Can Wait, but I think that's another band. And Tom Petty and Heartbreakers did a couple of songs that were really good.
They did American Girl. They did She's an American Girl Raised on Promises.
Oh, yeah, I heard. Okay, that song I know.
Yeah, that's a real popular song, yeah. Yeah, and funny enough, his daughter Anna Kim is in New York right now because she's on my Instagram, but I don't know. It's interesting to watch what she's doing. I think she's a singer, too. So, and a guitarist. So, but yeah, that's what I've been doing is acting. And I did a little short film a little while ago with AT&T, Create.com. And they're probably going to be doing more films with Warner Brothers because I heard they're buying them. So that was cool. I got to do a little short film and met a good actress to work with named Patricia McKenzie, who was on Army Wives. I think she was one of the regular wives on it. And Yeah, and she punches me in the stomach, and it was fun. I learned to do stunts really at a young age because I was Linda Hamilton's stunt double in Terminator 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and yeah, people in New York may have remembered that Phil Donahue episode about Hollywood body doubles. And anyway, my friend Sean Lusader she volunteered with SAG after that and got a bill passed where all body doubles get, film credits as well. So that was fun, very cool.
Well, you do bring up a good subject. How was it working on the set of Terminator 2? Because that's one of the best movies ever.
One of the best movies, yeah. It was Terminator 2, The Judgment Day, first of all. It wasn't the very first one, which was awesome. And they're all awesome, because you want to know what happens. And it was tough, actually. It was very tough. I say that because we were working non-union at the time, and the stunt driver, they would just go, the coordinator would go, well, just get in the car. We're going to do some driving. And we'd be going around these dangerous curves up in the mountains by this boxing training camp where they had set up camp. And there were no seatbelts in our car. And I was getting a little scared, and so was somebody else. And so they go, oh, well, if it scares you, we'll make a seatbelt for you. I go, okay, sounds good. Make one. So I did.
Seatbelts are good.
Yeah. Because you never know. Yeah, so it was tough as far as that goes. Long days, and a lot of shooting. And the toughest part for me was that I had to do a broad jump because I'm not an athletic person. So they were like, but you're in shape, and that's why we hired you, because you look, buff and like Linda, and you could probably jump over this guy. He's only about 5 feet. He's just a little bit taller than you. And I was like, they're like, I think he's 5'5". So they laid him on the ground, and it's where she shoots the body, the hospital guard in the butt with the syringe. Right. So I did that, and then she jumps over him, and they were like, okay, come on, you can do it. And while they were there, I was like, yeah, I know I can. I just barely cleared the guy's head, poor guy. He was probably going, don't jump on me. But it was fun. So one take, we did that. That was cool.
Do you still keep in contact with anyone from the cast?
Not really from, as a body double, you don't really work with the cast that much. You work more with, the stand-ins and the stunt coordinators and the second unit director. So I would see Linda Hamilton there, and then sometimes I would see this woman that looked just like her, and I'd be like, we'd be at the hospital, I'd be like, well, there she is right there. And my friend would go, I think that's her twin. Her twin shows up and just hangs around. I'm like, why doesn't she body double for her? Who knows? They hired me. You're lucky me, right?
Well, what about her son? Was he like a prima donna, or?
I didn't meet him. I don't even know if he was there. So hard to say. Everybody was real nice to work with, and didn't work with Arnold. But, everybody was real nice that I did work with. It was a second unit crew, you know what I mean? So people doing all the, hard stunt work and fighting and driving and stuff like that.
My friend Kerrigan Mayhem, he does Goldar from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He actually did a stunt double for, what's his name? I can see his face, but I can't think of him. For The Game. The movie called The Game.
The Game, yeah. I don't know if I've seen that. I've heard of it a lot.
There's a scene where there's an underwater sea, and there's a whole long story about that. But he ended up doing the scene for him. But it's just really funny. You should watch our interview on that.
I will, yes, definitely.
Now, the next question I was going to ask you is, who influenced you to become an actress, and what were some of your favorite films that you were a part of?
That I was a part of? Well, first of all, I got to say the favorite favorite I keep in mind is The Prestige. And that has Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman and Michael Caine, with who's really very friendly on the set, and so is Hugh Jackman. I think he bought lottery tickets that day too for people. I don't know, but I remember seeing him walk around the set, and I was dressed like in an 18th. What was it? I don't even know the century, but it's really long, hard costumes to walk in, and little button-up shoes that lace up with little bitty heels. And I had an ankle injury that I was working with, and I would limp around. And it's funny because Hugh Jackman walked by me and he was talking on the phone. I'm sure he was talking to his wife, honey, how are you? And he looks at me like up and down when I was limping, and I'm like, what? Have you never seen anyone limp? And then I realized that in that picture, because I've seen it a few times and I just love the film, that is one of the mystery gimmicks that the magicians used back then. They would limp around to make people think that they really couldn't do those kinds of tricks, because they had, some sort of injury, but yet here they were, magnificent magicians. And yeah, so that was kind of cool. And he was very friendly, even though he was talking on the phone.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. I would love to have Hugh Jackman on the show.
Oh yeah, he's fabulous. All three of them are. I mean, and Michael Caine, I worked right opposite of him in this funeral scene, and he was so friendly, introduced himself, and just treated me like I was just another one of the stars that he had to work with, or enjoyed working with, I should say.
No, hands down, Hugh Jackman. Hey, you worked. Now you can tell people you worked with Wolverine, Batman, and Alfred.
Oh, that's true. I never thought so.
Michael Caine's also a great actor, and so was Christian Bale. How was it like working with Christian Bale?
Yeah, he wasn't there in that scene, now that I come to think of it. And if he was, I don't know, because he would have been in the prison at that time. Because I think he's the one, I don't remember the story. But I may have seen him on the set, a couple of times, but I don't remember. I just remember working with Michael Caine and Hugh Jackman in that scene, because it's the funeral scene where the wife dies doing a magic trick. Anyway, it's one of the best films, I think, because David Bowie's in it, and I love him. He played Tesla.
What about, do you guys still keep in contact with any of these people, or not really?
No, it's not like that. I mean, the thing is, like, I've worked with people like Johnny Depp, and that was on Ed Wood, and I worked with him once on the second Pirates of the Caribbean film. And he would walk by and say hi, and I would end up in a room where it was just him rehearsing because I wanted to stay out of the sun, and he would just stay in there doing his lines and light up his smokes, and he would say hi, but it's not like that, because you just, you have to really be friendlier with them, I think, in person, you know what I mean, in a personal situation. So, I mean, like, there's people I worked with on 6 Feet Under, and, I don't stay in touch with them either, because I don't know them personally,
Well, in my case, I try to befriend everyone.
Well, yeah, it's good to stay friends with them. I should put all of them on my Instagram and Twitter, and yes, because, yeah, I just recently got really back on Instagram because I think the whole Tom Petty thing got me more involved in, when someone Twitter texts you and emails you and then phone texts you 3 or 4 times a day for a month, and they're that cool, and, you like them that much, it makes you want to get back on that medium. So. Anyway, yeah.
No, I agree. Well, on the subject, you mentioned you get along with another couple of bands. What band members do you still keep in contact? And Tom Petty was part of one of them. But what were the other bands that you keep in contact with?
I'm not that big of a band. I like to sing myself and go to jams, trying to start my own band.
You cut in and out.
Oh, sorry. But I don't know. I mean, Matt Sorum comes to mind, the guy who is the drummer for Guns N' Roses, and he's working with Jane Lynch on the Adopt the Arts concert fund coming up at the end of this month. Sometimes we chat on Instagram or text.
Yeah, it's really cool. Hey, if you can put a good word in for me, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think I should tell them that they might want to look you up and get on your show because it's good publicity for them too.
Yeah, absolutely. I do have a couple questions for you off the air, but we're actually going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, I'm going to pass the show over to you.
So, hey, do you get on, real quick, do you get on the...
Me, Mark Medley.
Hi everybody, this is Mark Neely.
Barry Papick.
This is Peter Bruno.
My name is Kyle Collier.
This is Julio Santiago, better known as Dynamite.
I'm Richard Epcar.
Orange Chow.
This is Kerrigan Mahan.
This is Golder.
And we both support
Keith Andrew.
My name is Ron Wasserman, and I am supporting Keith Andrew on what he is doing, and you better do the same, or I'm going to come kick your ass.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Keith Andrew Network. I'm here with Ellyn Dawn Humphreys. And unless the last 12 minutes and 50 seconds counted down, I'm going to pass the show over to you. Was there anything you wanted to know, anything you want to talk about? This is your time, after all.
Well, you say that you have a disability, but I don't really see that. Is it an ADD thing?
Oh, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my disability. One, I do put a good mask on. Pretty much, I have ADD, I have ADHD, I suffer from depression, I was labeled as handicapped, mentally disturbed, retarded. I learn at a 5th grade level, I read at a 5th grade level, and then, just whatever labels you can come up with, that's probably what you've been thrown at me. So I'm showing people with a disability, look at what I'm able to accomplish.
Well, I think you've accomplished a lot. I think you should pat yourself on the back on both shoulders, Because, really, to be honest, I had what they would call a disability because I was in an accident at 17 years old. And, I was in a coma for 2 days. And had partial paralysis. So by saying partial, I mean like one side of my body wouldn't move. And then, I visualized, I used meditation. And that's one reason I really adore and admire Tom Petty so much, because he was really into all that stuff. And I learned that stuff at the time when his songs came out, like Breakdown. Breakdown, honey, go ahead and
That's also a good song.
Yeah, it's a great song. And that era, there was a lot more people really into that meditation and like bending spoons and mental telepathy and all that kind of stuff. And I'm a firm believer in it because I wouldn't really be walking and doing everything I'm doing today, I don't think, if I hadn't used meditation to visualize myself doing that again. And it's like, just doing that stunt jump, I was scared shitless, to be honest. I was like, well, you guys, in my head, I was like, they think I can do it because I'm an actor. And I think that they will think I can do anything if I tell them I can. And that's what I did, to get the job. Oh, can you do little things like jump over, broad jump? I'm like, oh, sure. I want that job. And then when I got there, I was scared shitless. But the thing is there's a power in people. And the more they encouraged me and were there for me and helping me, I was like, I can't let them down. And I can't jump on that guy's head. I would just be terrible. It would be like it would hurt my head if I did that. I'd get a big headache, too. So, I'm really a firm believer in the whole, I don't know if it's New Age or if it's just meditation, but But the whole mind keeps your body well kind of theory, your mind can keep your body well. Right?
I agree with you. And you mentioned bending spoons. That sounds more like an X-Men thing.
What is that about bending spoons?
Well, you said you meditate, you can bend spoons. That sounds more like an X-Men thing.
Oh, yeah, I think that's more like a Uri Geller thing. Like, he was this famous guy in the 70s, late 70s, and he was from Russia. And, like, he could bend spoons with his mind. They saw him do it. And I don't think it was triculation. Like, they say people landed on the moon, and maybe that was just a film that they made up. But I think he really did it because people would go see that in person happen. Like he was this alchemy sort of magician with his mind. Yeah, because I think the more your mind is a muscle. The more you use that part of your body, which is your brain, then it's just going to get better and stronger and work more for what you visualize.
That's true. We're all made of energy, so that makes sense.
Yeah, the meditation really just quiets my mind, you know what I mean? Because, like, my mind, and I know everybody else's, has about 77,000 or 700,000 thoughts a day. I don't know how many. But if you just quiet my mind and don't go to sleep and stay aware, then it's sort of like a halfway meet between sleep and awareness, and things just get easier. I don't know. Can't explain it.
That's true. And then there's sometimes where I go to sleep and I realize, I am asleep. And I just go to dreams. But there's sometimes I actually wake up in the dream knowing, okay, I know I'm actually asleep. This should be interesting. I don't know how long I have. But it's interesting. Except for the time I really had to pee. And I was in a deep sleep. And I'm like, this is... Alright, I'm standing in front of the... Yeah, I'll give you an example. I was at my grandparents' house or at a family's house. And I was actually here in my bedroom. But in my dream, I was walking around, interacting, how we're interacting now. We're talking and whatever. And I'm like, that's just nice. And I get to spend time with my grandparents. I really need to take a piss. How am I supposed to wake myself up?
I had a dream like that the other morning. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So every time I hit myself in the head like this, I see myself laying in the bed. I was like, wake up to stay up. But unfortunately, luckily, I got up and there was no floods. But I hate dreams like that where you're so aware that you're dreaming. It's like, how am I supposed to get up out of this?
Yeah, I don't know what they call those dreams. Yeah, I had that the other day, and it was like I kept trying to find where I wanted to go in this big, vacant sort of house space, and there were people in it, and I found the bathroom, but then I woke up thinking, I have to go find the bathroom. I can't find it. Yeah.
It's funny you should mention that. I had a dream last night where not finding the bathroom. I was in this house. It's weird. Like you're in this room right now, right? And you walk out and there's complete utter emptiness and there's like static around because I guess you're wandering your mind and your mind's buffering. Yeah. So I was in my mom's room and we were talking and then I said, okay, I'm going to be right back because I was looking for my dad. And in the dream, but I found out they got a divorce. That's not the case. They didn't get a divorce. But in my dream, they got a divorce, and I walked out of the room towards, my bedroom and the hallway. And I'm like, why is everything so dark? Why is it all staticky and everything? And I end up wandering, and I found my sister in this big room, this giant room with books and everything and all this different stuff. And I'm like, well, where's...
So from House 4, the one I worked on with the cockroaches.
And I was like, this is weird. Okay, I guess my mind came up with something else. And I said, where's Dad? And it's like, she looked at me like I was expecting, like I should know all this already. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, Yeah, I'm not the Keith that you're expecting. I'm actually an alternative version from this universe. So I don't know what the hell was happening. But then I found out that my parents got a divorce, and I'm like, how the hell did that happen? It's really, I don't know. My mind plays tricks on me. It didn't really make any sense, but I'm like, okay, I might as well go with it.
Dreams, yeah. They've never really explained dreams, except they think you're sort of like trying to wake up, but you're not awake yet.
But I have to actually send you that video of some guy explains what dreams mean. It means one of them is if you're in a speeding car, that means you're rushing through life. That's why you're in a speeding car, because you're rushing through life.
Yeah, that makes.
If you're in a car and you get into an accident, it's meaning your life is in a spiral that you really don't know what's happening. You just know you're going full speed and everything like that.
That makes sense.
And there's a couple other ones that I found very interesting. But
it's good to stay in touch with yourself that way, to realize what because dreams can be scary or depressing or just whatever, shocking. And it's like if you remember them, that's really cool, You wake up and remember them, because then you can go, what was that about for me today? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. I remember some of my dreams, and wrapping up in our segment. I remember one dream. I think I was in a coma or something, but I remember the year 2040. Something about 2040 that really stands out to me. Wow. And I don't remember the whole thing, but I remember that. I had a couple of dreams where I seen God. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. A lot of people think I did drugs. I don't do drugs. But, in 2040, I talked to God. I had a couple of dreams where I talked to my grandparents. But I really haven't seen them as of late. I'm very spiritual, if you're picking this up.
That's what dreams are good for, I think, to keep yourself spiritually connected to your own self-image, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But it's like we're all made of energy, so if there's energy in the room and your mind's drifting, you're eventually gonna pick up some of that extra energy. So what's it? Expect the unexpected?
Yeah, that's so funny you said that, because I swear after 2 weeks or a month, for about 3 weeks after Tom Petty had been announced dead, my phone, I would put it down, and I would make sure it was on a flat surface. And I'd walk by and they would just jump off that surface. I mean, and I can't tell people that and expect them to go, oh yeah, I believe that, absolutely. But, I'm just saying it happened and I wasn't hallucinating. It did happen. It doesn't do it anymore.
I do have a couple questions for you off the air. But my last two questions for you is, are you on social media? Are you on LinkedIn, Stage 32, Twitter, Instagram? Are you on social media, and how can people follow you?
I am only on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Only all three of those. No LinkedIn, because I'm just not there.
Right.
Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah.
And my last question for you, wrapping up our segment, is when I first approached you to be a guest on my talk show, what was your first reaction, and what made you say yes?
Well, my first reaction was like, whoa, that sounds fun to be on a talk show again. I'm bored. I don't have anything else going on, so I better look into that. And then what was the other question you said?
Well, we talked about the social media. I said, what was your first reaction, and what made you say yes?
Oh, what made me say yes was because I saw all of your social media and I saw all your shows. I saw the ones that you have up there now on YouTube, and I thought, oh, this would be a good thing to do. It'd be fun. Sorry, my dog likes to talk to the neighbors. Anyway, so yeah, I just thought it looked like a good positive experience and a good show.
And your dog agrees.
Exactly.
But stay tuned. Where is he? It's a cute dog.
Luna. Can you see her?
Well, Beth, it's a wiener dog, right?
Okay, yeah, they call her a min pin. I don't know. Yeah, she looks like a mix of a lot of things.
Well, I do have a couple questions for you off the air, but wrapping up our interview segment, it was a real honor and privilege having you as a guest, and I'm looking forward to part 2 down the road.
Thank you. It was an honor talking to you and meeting you and being a guest too. And that sounds awesome. Part 2 to come.